Hey, what's up, Life Masters? I'm here with my beautiful fiance, Tatiana. And today we're going to share with you how we're able to get so much done, how we're able to accomplish so much. People ask us this all the time. They've seen the businesses that we built, how we travel the world, we manage our relationship, our health, different areas of our lives. And we wanted to share a few things that have worked well for us. So Tat, do you want to share something that's worked well for you?
Yeah, so I will admit that I am very productive. I do get a lot done, and I think more than most from my observations. And I don't say that to boast, I say that to lay the foundation for what I'm going to share. I think a major reason why I do get so much done and I am so productive is because I'm an entrepreneur, and it is because I own my own business, and I have this responsibility to grow the business and to maintain the business, and all of the responsibilities of the business lie on me. I know that what I put in is what I get out. And so I don't have those lazy days because I think when I was an employee and I worked at a bank and I would just go spend my 8 hours at the bank, I'd go home and I don't care what's going on at the bank. I don't care if they're going bankrupt. I don't really care what's going on. It's not my responsibility. I'm just the employee. I work for my paycheck. But as the entrepreneur, I'm not just working for my paycheck. I'm working to build my asset. And so I just know that if I have a task list, if I have these high leverage things to get done, nobody's gonna do them except me. Nobody's gonna say, hey Tatiana, let me take this off your plate. I'll do this for you. I either have to delegate it to someone else or take care of it myself. And so for myself personally, if I don't feel like doing something, it's not an excuse. I get it done anyways. So that's kind of my mentality around things. It's that get shit done attitude. But at the same time, I do listen to my body. And because I have an online business, because I own the business and I have a team, I'm able to take that time off and the business runs itself. So, it kind of balances itself out. Sometimes I'll have those really hardcore work days where I'm really doing so many high leverage things to grow the business. And sometimes I'll just take a whole week off just because I want to. So it gives you that freedom, but the responsibility is on you as the entrepreneur, because what you put in is what you get out. And it's very motivating, and it forces you to do more.
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. I remember for me, when I was in school, high school, I was lazy, I was unmotivated, and I think a big part of that was not that was who I was. I just kind of believed and thought that was who I was, but it was largely because I didn't have a why. I didn't have a purpose to go to school, to do my homework, to study hard, to put in those extra hours, to get things done. And the same thing with the other jobs that I had as well. I would just do the bare minimum. I'd be looking at the clock every day. I'd be looking for ways to kind of waste time at my job because I was getting paid by the hour. And it didn't matter what results that I produced. I didn't get paid based on that. I was just getting paid for the hours that I put in. And so I didn't really care enough. And I just kind of always thought that I was lazy and unmotivated. And really what changed things for me was starting a business, but also having my own goals and my own vision, my own why and purpose behind doing things. If you don't have a purpose for what you're doing, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna put all you can into it. If you're doing it because you have to do it, because someone else told you to do it, or you should do it. A lot of kids, for example, they're going to university not because they really want to, not because they're motivated. They're just doing it because that's what they think they should do, or their parents put pressure on them that they have to do that. And so for me, it was really like I unleashed my drive and my motivation, parts of myself I didn't even know that existed, because I was building my own thing, my own business, my own goals, my own life, my own vision. And once you have your vision and goals, you realize that you can get there faster the more time you put in, or the more you can get done. So, for me, I'm just always motivated by that, because I have goals that are clear and specific, and I want to get them done. I want to get where I want to go faster. I don't want to waste time. And for me, it's like when I am not making progress, I feel a little bit of pain. I feel a little bit of anxiety. It's like, that's not acceptable. If I have days that go by and I'm not taking action on things, sure enough, what happens is the pain builds up and I hit a threshold. I'm like, I just got to get this done right now. And sometimes for me, like, I'm able to get a lot done, I think, in an hour, because I just like you know, I want to get it over and done with so I can move on to the next thing. So I remember one time I was working with my brother who had a renovations business, and we're doing like demolitions and stuff like that. And I remember my brother was super productive. Like, he wouldn't take any breaks, no lunch break, none of that sort of stuff. He was just working really fast, and he'd always kind of egg me on. Come on, let's go. Let's move faster, faster, faster. It was all about speed of implementation. And he would say, the sooner that we get this done, the sooner that we can go home, right? And the sooner that he'd finish this project, this renovation, the sooner he can move on to the next one, in which case he can make more money by getting more done, because, you know, he wasn't looking just to do it, you know, for every hour he'd get paid by it. It was based on the faster he gets it's done, the faster he gets results. And it's that mindset, I think. So yeah, that's helped me a lot.
Yeah, I think that you also have to have a very strong belief in yourself and a belief in your goals. And for example, if you are, you know, wanting to start an online business, a lot of people struggle with productivity, and a part of that is because in the beginning, it's not like you see the results right away. It's the compound effect. It's every day you're creating content, you're doing the work, and you might not see those sales right away, you might not see the results, but over time and with consistency, you do see those results. But how at the point in time where you're just not seeing those results right away, how do you stay productive? How do you stay motivated? And it's by having that belief of the outcome of the goal, and the full belief that if I continue to do this, if I continue to build and be productive and do these tasks, then it's going to pay off for me in the long term. And I think that's really important in the beginning, because once you get the ball rolling, like now with my business, like I said, I have a team of people, I've got all these responsibilities, and I have to make sure that, you know, they have things to do, because I'm paying them every single month. So it's not like I can just, you know, not do anything, because I need to make sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that they have tasks, and that they're earning their income. And it kind of gives you more of that responsibility. Yeah,
it's a stronger why and purpose, because you're not just doing it for you now, but you're also, you know, you're accountable to your team, you're accountable to your customers too, and your followers. Like I noticed for me on YouTube, like I've always put out videos and content for 7.5 years consistently, because I have a responsibility. You know, like people bug me and say, Stefan, when's the next video coming out? Or they have questions for me. And so for me, that always motivates me to make sure that I'm not just doing this for me, but I have people that I don't want to let down. And that raises your standard and makes you more of a leader, right? So that level of accountability, that why, that purpose, again, for what you're doing and why you're doing it is really valuable. Otherwise, I think for us, like, we eliminate a lot of distractions. You got to understand, not all activity, not all actions are equal. You can't mistake an activity for achievement. A lot of people, they're active, they're like on checking their email a million times a day, Facebook, Instagram. Those things don't really move the needle though in your business. They don't really make progress. We're obsessed around doing the highest leverage and most important things in our lives and in our business that will move the needle the most. So for us, we know out of our to-do list, what matters the most, what's going to really make the biggest difference, what's going to make that quantum leap. And we focus on those things first. And otherwise, you know, we could spend our time doing all these little things, but it's not going to make more money. It's not going to grow the business that much. It's going to be very slow. So for us, we just know what's most important, and we still have fun and relax and spend time on a relationship. But those are things that we schedule in the week. We schedule when we're going to go on a date. We schedule when we're going to Netflix and chill, when we're going to go to the gym, when we're going to take a week or 2 weeks off to travel, all of that sort of stuff. We have a schedule that we stick to and follow to make sure that we're making progress in all the different areas of our lives.
Yeah, it's important to realize the difference between something that is urgent and something that is important. And oftentimes urgent disguises itself as important. So for example, if you have 60 emails in your inbox, first thing in the morning you spend 3 hours answering emails because it seems important, but the truth is it's just something that's urgent. It's not necessarily the most important thing that you could be doing with that time. So every day in the morning I wake up, and yes, I have a huge list, that's just what I do, but then out of that list I look at the 2 or 3 things that are going to be the highest leverage things, and I make sure that I eliminate all distractions. I don't turn on my phone, I don't go on social media, I don't have any kind of distractions. I do those first two things and I accomplish those before moving on to the other things that are more urgent. So the important things first. And I think it's important because whatever is important, whatever is a must, you will find the time to do. You have to make the time for it. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. You know, the busiest people, the president, everyone has 24 hours. And so it's just a matter of prioritizing things. And people ask us, oh, well, how do you make time for your relationship if you are, you know, you both love to work and you have a passion for your work and you can get consumed by it, which is true, but we make the time for it because it is a priority. So just like that with your business, with your online business, you got to make it a priority. If you're starting something new, it's got to be a priority. And if it's a priority, you'll schedule it in. Yeah.
And I think also why we're pro online business so much is changed our life and our relationship, because we also have freedom at this stage where, you know, we're able to take a week off, a day off, a month off if we want to travel, spend time on a relationship. We work not because we have to, but because we choose to. And when you're your own boss and you have that freedom, you can make your own schedule. You can cancel things. You don't have to work that day if you don't want to. Those are the freedoms that you can get by having an online business. And especially because we both have that, we're both able to, you know, plan our schedules and our lives around it. So there's times where we are more productive in work mode, but there's other times where we try to have more balance in our lives as well. It's always important for us.
And we're really big planners, so we like to plan, like we try and plan things sometimes a year in advance, our trips. And so what we do is, like for example, now we're in Los Angeles, so we've been working pretty hard the last couple of weeks because at the end of next week, we're going to New Zealand and to Fiji. And so we anticipate that we're just not going to be spending much time working. We just want to enjoy ourselves. So it's during this time that we can really do those high leverage things that are really going to help grow the business. So we managed to get sometimes like more things done in 3 months than other people would in a whole year or in 6 months. And it's because we work really hard, but we also play really hard. And that's the beauty of the business, is being able to choose when you take time off, when you're working. And yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
So that's how we're able to get a lot done in a short amount of time and be so productive. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give this a thumbs up here on YouTube. Subscribe for more videos here on Project Life Mastery, and turn on notifications so you get notified of videos that I put out or Tatiana and I put out together. Tatiana has her YouTube channel called Tatiana James. We'll link that below for you guys as well. She talks a lot about building a business on Amazon, e-commerce, so make sure you check it out and subscribe. Otherwise, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys again soon.
Bye, guys.